Hi friends, Mr. Paul here. Today I have an important lesson for you about the vertebrate that we talked about before, fish. You remember that fish were the first vertebrates to emerge in the young planet, living in the oceans. Today we're going to talk more about fish, and the story comes from the book About Fish, A Guide for Children by Catherine Sill. Scientists estimate that there are over 30,000 different species of fish. They live in almost all fresh and salt waters in the world. Most fish live in a specific habitat, and only a few species move between oceans and rivers. Brown trout are native to rivers and streams of Europe, northern Africa, and western Asia. They were first introduced to North America in 1883. Fish are able to survive in freezing water by staying underneath the ice. There, they become less active and do not need as much food. The colder waters of the world have fewer species of fish than tropical or temperate waters. Arctic char live in cold, fresh, and salt waters of the Arctic. Those that live in the ocean migrate to freshwater lakes and rivers to lay their eggs. They live the farthest north of any freshwater fish. Fish that live in tropical waters are generally more brightly colored than those found in cooler waters. Brilliant colors and bold patterns help them blend in with the light and shadows of their environment. The vivid blues and yellows of the queen angelfish are hard for predators to see against colorful coral reefs. They live in warm parts of the western Atlantic Ocean. Like all animals, fish need to breathe oxygen. They have gills for breathing instead of lungs. Fish gulp water through their mouths. As the water flows over their gills, the oxygen is removed. The water then goes out through openings on the sides of their heads. Many fish have a bony flap that covers and protects their gills. Bluegills get their name from the blue tab on their gill flaps. They are common in lakes, ponds, and streams in North America. Fins help fish move through the water. They use them to steer, balance, and stop. Darters are small fish that move by using their fins to dart about. Rainbow darters live in small, clean streams and rivers in North America. They are easily harmed by pollution. Mud and silt in the water can smother their eggs and cover their food supplies. Many fish eat other fish. They also eat worms, insects, shellfish, and other water animals. A few eat water plants. Large-mouthed bass eat other fish, crayfish, insects, frogs, and even baby ducks and small mammals. They are a popular freshwater game fish in North America. Fish are shaped for where they live and what they eat. Flatfish, such as the blue-spotted ribbon-tail rays, have mouths on the underside of their bodies so they can scoop up food from the ocean floor. Powder blue tangs and other reef fish have thin bodies so they can make sharp turns in coral reefs. White sturgeon, the largest freshwater fish in North America, grow up to 20 feet long. Neon tetras are around 1.25 inches or an inch and a half long. Since all but the largest fish are in danger of being eaten by predators, they need ways of protecting themselves. Porcupine fish swallow water or air and inflate like a balloon. The raised spines and puffed up body make a prickly mouthful that is hard for other fish and animals to swallow. Spot-finned porcupine fish live in the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Scales help protect the skin of fish from injury. Some species of fish have scales that are smooth and flat. Others have scales that are rough, like tiny teeth. A few kinds of fish don't have any scales. The heavy, diamond-shaped scales of the long-nosed gar offer protection from most predators. Gars live in lakes, slow-moving streams, and estuaries in the eastern United States. Special glands in the skin of fish produce a slimy substance that helps them move easily through the water. This mucus also protects fish from parasites and infections. Salmon migrate from the ocean to rivers to spawn or lay their eggs. The Chinook, or king salmon, is the largest type of salmon. Chinooks can weigh up to 100 pounds. Flatfish, including halibut, flounder, and sole, swim on their sides along the ocean floor. They are not born flat. As flatfish grow, their bodies change shape and their eyes move to one side of their heads. They're camouflaged to match their habitat. Pacific halibut are a valuable commercial fish that can grow up to 9 feet and weigh up to 800 pounds. They live in the North Pacific Ocean. Some fish have patterns on their bodies that are confusing to predators and prey. The black eye spot on the rear of the four-eyed butterfly fish and the black stripe through its eye make it hard to tell if the fish is coming or going. Four-eyed butterfly fish live in the western Atlantic Ocean from the United States to northern South America. Fish travel in schools to take advantage of safety in numbers. It can be hard for a predator to pick out a single fish when a group is swimming together in the same direction. Schooling may also make it easier for the fish to find food and mates. Lookdowns are hard to see head-on because their bodies are very thin and flat. They live in the western Atlantic Ocean along the coast of North and South America. Venomous animals inject toxin, a poisonous substance, into other animals. When threatened, stonefish use needle-like spines located on their backs to sting enemies. Stonefish are thought to be the most venomous fish in the world. They live in tropical waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans. Some fish carry eggs inside their bodies until the babies are ready to be born. A female seahorse lies her eggs in a special pouch on the male's belly. He keeps the eggs in this brood pouch until they hatch and pop out. The male, three-spined stickleback makes a nest from vegetation where the female lays her eggs. He guards the eggs until they hatch and stays with the young until they can take care of themselves. Not all fish guard their eggs and young. Blind seahorses live in the western Atlantic Ocean. Three-spined sticklebacks live in North America, Europe, and parts of Asia in saltwater and freshwater. The scales of most fish grow as the animal gets older. It is sometimes possible to tell the age of a fish by counting the growth rings on its scales. Whale sharks, the largest fish in the world, may grow to over 40 feet in length. They eat tiny shrimp and fish that they strain from the ocean water. Whale sharks are harmless to people. They live in the oceans all over the world. Fish are an enormously important source of food for other animals as well as for people. Fishing done in a responsible way has little impact on the environment. Laws are needed to keep people from catching too many fish. Some fishing methods unintentionally kill other animals and fish. These accidents, called bycatch, need to be prevented. Some fish populations have been reduced to dangerously low numbers because of overfishing. Pollution from many different sources harms fish in oceans, rivers, and lakes. Dangerous chemicals from industry and agriculture, silt caused by erosion, and garbage dumped by people cause problems for fish all over the world. We need to protect fish by keeping our waterways clean. Yellowfin tuna are a valuable food fish and a prized game fish. Scientists are concerned that their numbers are declining because of overfishing. Yellowfin tuna are found in tropical waters of oceans around the world. The end.